Shantae, and welcome back to my channel, Shake It Up with Shantae. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you've been here before, welcome back, and thank you as always. If this is your first time, welcome, and thank you so very much. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my one-pan instant meal. It's just chicken, potatoes, and string beans. One pan, cooked all together, baked in the oven. Really simple, easy peasy recipe. Without further ado, let's shake something up. All right, y'all, I'm so excited about this dish. It's really simple, really easy. It's a lazy day dish. So let me tell you guys what you're gonna need. I use cilantro. I'm gonna use a little bit of Cajun seasoning, some black pepper, some parsley flakes, some celery flakes, of course, some complete as usual, some W sauce with Cheshire sauce, some Italian dressing, some mixed garlic, a red onion, and I have some Klondike Rose red potatoes. If you've never tried this, please do so. I have some fresh green beans in the bag. They've already been pre-washed, but we're gonna pre-wash them again. And of course, I have the main attraction, some chicken thighs. If you want to use boneless chicken breast, you can. I like to use chicken thighs because they're more fatty, they're more meatier, and they'll get a little bit more juicier. So first thing first, I'm gonna wash my chicken off and season it and let it sit while I cut up my vegetables, because I have to cut up my potatoes. I need to rinse my green beans, and I need to chop up my cilantro. And oh, I also have butter, you guys. I have butter. I forgot to say this. This is my Land O'Lakes extra creamy butter, and I have a pack of this Zesty Italian seasoning. A lot of you all use that onion soup mix, and I like the Zesty Italian seasoning. I will be putting this on my chicken. So let me start by washing my chicken off first. All right, y'all, I have washed my chicken thighs off. I didn't cut off any excess fat. Only thing I did was clean them. I rinsed them and I cleaned them, make sure they were pretty clean. I didn't cut any fat off because if I wanted it to be lean, I would have used boneless chicken breast. I don't want them to be lean, so I didn't cut off any of the excess skin. I'm leaving every bit of that on there. So I'm gonna start with all of my seasonings. I'm gonna do all of these. A little bit of black pepper, a little bit of parsley flakes, some complete, of course, very heavy because I don't put any salt, some celery salt. All right, then I'm gonna take my Italian seasoning. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of this on there. Okay, I didn't put the whole pack, I just put some Italian dressing. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. This is what I'm adding to my chicken. I want you guys, when you make this, add what you like to taste. This is what I like to taste on my chicken, so this is what I'll be adding to mine. You want this nice, wet, and juicy. So I'm gonna mix this up. Okay, it smells so good. I can smell all the seasonings in here. I can smell it. So that's as far as this needs to go. As far as me seasoning it up, I got it sitting here, and it's gonna take me a minute to cut up all the vegetables and stuff. So I'm gonna wash my hands, leave this sitting here, and I'm gonna start chopping up my potatoes and cilantro. All right, y'all, so these are the rolls, the Klondike Rose with red potatoes. I won't be peeling them. I think I'm just gonna cut them just like so. If you see any imperfections on your potato, please feel free to cut it off, but I'm just gonna cut these in quarter pieces. If they're really big, you can cut them a little extra, but these are going in the oven, so you want to cut them so that they can cook at the same time your chicken is cooking, and everything will be done together. So this is gonna feed three of us, maybe 2 days, maybe, or a day and a half. So you do as many. I'm gonna be using a large aluminum pan. to put everything in. So if you need a little more, a little less, please feel free to use what you need. I'm going to cut that little piece off. I don't want that. And if you want to peel your potatoes, you're more than welcome to, but I don't feel a need to peel these potatoes. Like I say, if you see any imperfection in your potato, you might want to cut it off. Just like so. We don't want no ugly little potatoes. And these potatoes are, if you've never had them, they're kind of like a buttery potato. So they're not like your Idaho. They're gonna cook relatively quick. So that's it for my potatoes, you guys. I'm gonna rinse them off and season them as well. All right, you guys, so I have rinsed my potatoes. I'm gonna take this little zesty Italian season. I'm gonna sprinkle some of that on there, and I'm gonna save some for my green beans. I'm gonna sprinkle some complete on it. You wanna season everything. You wanna season all of this stuff, honey. You wanna season every little thing. You want to season. I'm gonna actually put a little salt in here on these potatoes because I want them to be seasoned very well. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt on them. I know most of the time I use seasonings that don't have salt in it, so I don't have to really use. So I try to use seasonings that does not contain salt. But I'm gonna put a little salt on these potatoes. Give them a quick toss. All right. So now set this aside right alongside the chicken, and I'm gonna move straight to the green beans. All right, y'all, so these are my green beans. These are Eat Smart and fresh green beans I got from my local grocery store. They're already supposed to be cleaned and all that, trimmed and washed. But of course, we're gonna go over them again and wash them again. We're gonna go over the green beans. This is a 32-ounce bag. I'm not gonna be using the whole thing. I probably use 20 ounces of it. And I'm gonna empty these into a bowl, and then I'm gonna rinse them off. Yep, all of this is gonna cook together. The green beans, the chicken, and the potatoes. They are going to cook together. I think that should be enough. Okay, I'm gonna rinse these and then I'm gonna season these. All right, you guys, here's my cleaned and rinsed green beans. I'm gonna take the remainder of this Italian seasoning, sprinkle it all over these green beans, honey. And I'm gonna add some celery salt, of course. Well, this is celery flakes, not celery salt. And some parsley flakes. And I'm going to be adding some complete right in here. And I'm going to give these a toss with my hands. I want everything to be seasoned really, really well. So I season it all separately. I didn't want to, let me sprinkle a little salt on these green beans. I didn't want to season them all together because the way I'm going to place them in the pan, I want them to be separate. So I seasoned them separately. So now that I got this seasoned, I'm going to sit this aside and start on my cilantro and my onions. All right, y'all, so I got my onion here. I'm going to cut this up. If you want to use a regular white onion, you can. I'm just showing you guys what I use. All of this stuff is substitutable. The vegetable substitutable. If you want to use broccoli of some sort, you can. Cauliflower if you want to. But remember, whatever you use, if you're gonna, you have to cook it at the same time that you're making this. Your chicken is gonna cook if you're doing the one-pot meal, the one-pan meal. If you're cooking everything together like I am, then that's what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna slice this the long way, real thin. Just like this, and I'm only using half of the onion. Just like that. That's what you want to use. And then I'm gonna take my cilantro which I've already rinsed it off. All right, so I'm taking my cilantro and I'm gonna chop this up just like this. You don't have to dice it. You can just give it a little rough chop. It doesn't have to be all fine. Just give it a little rough chop. And I love cilantro, so this might be a little bit much for you, but I like it. So that's all I will be using. All right, so we're gonna start trying to put this together in a pan. Let me wash my hands really quickly. All right, y'all, so let's start panning this up. So I have my chicken here, my chicken thighs. I'm gonna take my thighs out and lay them down the center of my pan. Tuck those thighs up under there, the skin of the thighs, tuck it in. I'm gonna lay it just like so. It doesn't have to be perfect either, you guys. It does not have to be perfect. And I think I have 7 of these bad boys. These are some nice, big, juicy thighs. Okay. I have one more here. So, just like so. All right. Just like that. Now, I'm going to take my potatoes. Let me move this out the way. I'm gonna put my potatoes all on this side, over here. All on this side, over here. Okay? And they're all seasoned. You see that? They're all seasoned. The chicken, the potatoes, they're seasoned already. So once you get this step, and I'm gonna do my green beans next, my seasoned green beans. I'm gonna put them on this side. Oh, I can't wait to taste this. These green beans are gonna be good. And if my green beans does not get mushy, that'll be a great thing, because I like my green beans with a little bit of snap to them. So you see that? They're all seasoned. You want to take that broth and just drizzle that right on top of there. You want to take this juice from your chicken and drizzle that right on top of there, just like so. Just like so. Okay? And bit. All right, now I'm going to take my onions. I'm going to lay my onions across here, just like so. This already look good, y'all. It smells delightful. When I say this smells delightful, oh my goodness. Green beans, onions, potatoes, a little chicken. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna take my cilantro, sprinkle it all over my chicken area. I'm just sprinkling over my chicken. If we get a little bit on your potatoes and your green beans, that's fine too. I like cilantro. I love it. Now, I'm gonna take that whole stick of butter, some garlic, melt it together and drizzle all over. This is my butter, a whole stick of butter, and a tablespoon and a half of minced garlic. This is the minced garlic that I'm using. This is a tablespoon, a whole tablespoon and a half. I'm gonna melt this in the microwave for a few seconds just to melt completely. I'm gonna stir it together and drizzle it all over the top of this. All right, y'all, I have my garlic and butter. Smells so good. But before I do that, let me take a little bit of my Italian dressing. I want to put just a little bit down my string beans, just like that. And a little bit down my potatoes, just like that. Now, you may say, well, the juice gonna come in it as far as, you know, cooking in this pan. Well, thighs gonna make the juice. The thighs, they're juicy. That's why I wanted to use them. Now, if you use chicken breast fillets which I have done before, you're gonna might have to put a little liquid in there of some sort. You can either use chicken broth, or you know, if you just want to put some seasoned water in there, because if you have bouillon cubes, the chicken bouillon cubes, and you mix water, that's the same as chicken broth. Just season it up. You don't have to go buy anything like that. So I did sprinkle that on there. Now I have my butter and my garlic, and I'm gonna drizzle this down. But once I put wrap this in, I'm gonna cover this in foil. I'm gonna cover this in some foil. Get all of that, get that garlic in there. Take your fork and spread your garlic just like that. I'm gonna cover this in foil. Once I cover this in the foil, I'm going to stick this in the oven on 375 for about an hour. Okay, that's all you need, folks. That is it. That's it. The thighs is gonna bring its liquid, and that is it. That's all you need. One pan meal. A one pan meal is all you need. I'm gonna put some foil on top of this and stick it in the oven. My oven is already preheated on 375 degrees. I'm gonna cover this in foil, and in the oven it goes. All right, now that this is fully covered, when you cover this, you want to make sure you close it. You want to make sure that no steam can seep out, and everything is locked and sealed in there really, really tightly. Just like so. And in the oven it goes for 1 hour. See you in an hour, guys. All right, y'all. It has been now about an hour and 45 minutes. I had more chicken in there, more potatoes, and more green beans than I thought I had. So after it cooked about an hour and a half, I checked on it again for the second time. It was completely done, but I wanted my chicken to brown on the top, so I turned the oven on broil for about 15 minutes, and now it's ready to come out of the oven. I already uncovered it, so it is ready to come out. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. My green beans are done. My chicken is done. My potatoes. And look at all of that broth, you guys. That comes from the chicken. All of that broth comes from the chicken mainly. Of course, I added the butter. But look at these potatoes. Look at these potatoes. Oh my goodness, they're juicy. So I'm going to cover this and let this sit for about 15 minutes before I dig into it. Look at that. Look at that chicken. All right, y'all. We are back, and I have let my one pot meal sit here covered up for about 15 to 20 minutes. And look what I have in the oven. I have some of these. I know I don't like the sweet ones, so I got the savory butter rolls. I have a couple of those in the oven. And we're going to uncover this thing. It has been sitting here waiting on me, waiting patiently on me for about 20 minutes. Look at this. Oh my God, guys. Look at that. Now, it did take me a little longer than I expected. I cooked it for an hour and a half on 375. I came back to check it after an hour, and a few of my potatoes and green beans was still not done, but that's okay, you guys. This is a one pot meal, and I just let it stay covered in the oven while I wash a couple load of clothes. So, you know, it was no biggie. It was no big deal. So after I let it cook for an hour and a half on 375, I turned it to broil for about 15 minutes to let the chicken brown. Uncovered it, put it on broil, and let it cook for another 15 minutes in the oven on broil. I took it out, I recovered it, and I let it sit so everything can soak in. And when I tell you guys, look at the broth. Look at the broth it made. That's some good stuff right there. This is some good eating. You have your onions in here with your green beans, your chicken, your potatoes. This is a one pot chicken meal. I mean, I put everything in here. My potatoes, they are done. Look, you guys, they are done. It took long enough, I know, right? But that's okay. That is okay. Honey, I'm going to taste this. That is okay, because oh my God. Woo! Oh my God. We didn't have nothing else to do. So I just let this cook. And so I'm going to plate some of this because I can't wait to eat this, you guys. Let me check on my rolls. Let me just take them out. You know, they only have to heat up a little bit. I didn't even turn the oven on. I just took them out, turned the oven off, and just set them in there just to warm up a little bit. But I don't have to have that. But what I am going to do, get me a piece of this chicken. I'm going to get me some of these potatoes. And you guys, just remember, all of this stuff is substitutable. You can put broccoli. You want to use the regular russet white potatoes and you want to peel them. You can do that. You know, you can put whatever. If you want to add mushrooms to this, you can. Look at that. Look at that. All of that in one pan. Just one pan. This is a simple, quick, easy recipe. Very easy, very simple. Once you put all this stuff in the oven, just let it cook. I cooked a lot, so that's how come it took me as long as it did. But if you don't plan on cooking this much, then it won't take you as long. Just check on it. That's all I can tell you guys. Just check on it, you know, and if it's done to your liking, then it's done. So I'm gonna try. I can't wait to try these green beans. And when I say season everything, season everything. I don't like to cut my green beans up. I just like them to be long, just like this. Perfect green beans. Tastes so good. Everything is seasoned. As long as it took this to cook, believe it or not, these green beans aren't, they are not mushy. They still have a little texture to them. Perfect consistency. Perfect. Potatoes. Soft. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is so good. I can't wait to sit down to enjoy the rest of this. Taste this chicken. I'm gonna try this chicken. Oh my goodness. Chicken completely done. I let it toast a little bit on the top. Chicken is completely done. Oh my goodness, y'all. So good. So good. Look at the onion. So good. Listen, y'all. I want y'all to make this. If not, make something similar. Very good, easy dish to make. Y'all know what time it is of this video. It is time for me to sit down and enjoy my meal. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video. Please share. I never say share, but please share this video if you find it enjoyable. You like it, you think your family will like it. Share it with your family. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so every time I upload one of these easy peasy recipes, you will be notified. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Until the next video, I'll see you then. Bye. Y'all look. I said this gonna last 2 days. Look what's left. Look what's left, y'all. That goes to show you this was a hit. Y'all better try it. Bye, y'all.